Hey, good morning, Facebook. How you doing? Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. I'm coming to you live in the gym. I'm about to get my workout in. And you know what's interesting? I come into the gym and most people gravitate to exercises they know, right? Exercises that they've seen other people do or they've heard a friend did and they want to try. And you know, one of those, right? Like those bicep curls. You ever done like those bicep curls? Like you're in the gym, you're doing bicep curls. That's a common isolation exercise. Or maybe you come in and you do some like crunches, right? You start isolating the stomach, hoping that one day you're gonna start shredding the stomach up. Or you know, maybe you hop on the leg machine and you do, you know, some calf raises, you know, some quad extensions. It works. You name it. There's tons and tons and tons of different isolation exercises out there that you can do. So here's the thing that you have to start thinking about. If you were looking to build muscle across all of your body, right, as opposed to just one place, why would you focus on one specific exercise? Most people, as they go into the gym, they don't have, they're not focused on compound exercises. They're focused on isolation exercises. Again, you know, like a bicep curl. Ooh, that's an isolation exercise. It's isolating one muscle. But a compound exercise would involve multiple joint exercise. And the specific for that is if you think about it, most people nowadays don't have the time to spend hours upon hours upon hours. And in addition, you're not getting on stage, you're not gonna be a bodybuilder, you're not gonna be in a bikini. Really, you just wanna be more functional, you wanna look good, you wanna have more energy, and you wanna be more powerful and strong throughout the day as you're going throughout the process. So think of it this way. Why not focus on doing movements that are going to do compound exercises? So for instance, like a squat would be a compound exercise, right? A push-up, a pull exercise, right? You're using multiple joints and multiple muscles in order to work that process. So what's the benefit for that, Luke? Well, a compound exercise, again, you're going to be working a lot more muscle groups, which in turn, if you think about it, if you had an hour in the gym and you just did nothing but compound movements, as opposed to isolation movements, right? So think about, by the time you get to all the muscles doing isolation exercises, it's gonna take you a long time, and it's not gonna be as metabolically active for you focusing on just one muscle group at a time, right? So if you're doing large compound movements, you exhaust the metabolic system, you tax the body a lot sooner, and you're building, because think about, when are you ever just doing this? Never. You're never just doing this while you're moving. It's always combined with another movement, right? You might squat, pick something up. You might reach overhead off the shelf, right? You might grab your kid and rotate. But think about it. If you're never practicing those movements in the gym, and you're never focusing on compound movements, a twist and a rotation and a jump, how are you ever going to get stronger on your everyday life? And again, most people aren't going on stage and they're not taking off their shirt and going, oh my gosh, your abs are shredded. Most people don't have that desire. They're just like, hey, I want to move better, I want to feel better, I want to go hiking, I want to play golf. I don't want my back to hurt. I don't want to have stiff pain or hip pain that's driving me to get into a different place. With that being said, if you're focusing on compound exercises, again, you're going to train your body to move as a unit. And again, metabolically, you're going to burn a lot more through a lot more calories, and in addition, there's going to be a lot more advantage for you training that muscle-mind connection, because you're moving. That's how you move on an ongoing basis. You move as a compound human being in the first place. So why not train yourself to do that on an ongoing basis? So if you're in the gym today and you're working out and you're thinking about going to do an isolation exercise, skip that. Instead of doing a bicep curl, do a pull exercise, right? Pull instead. The biceps involved with it, in addition, that back muscle, which is massive. It's a massive muscle, right? Instead of doing just a tricep exercise, focus on doing a press exercise, right? You're involving all of the muscle groups as you're doing that movement, which in turn, again, you're gonna build a lot more muscle in a shorter amount of time than you having to focus on those isolation exercises. So, hey, love to hear your feedback on whether or not you're doing compound movements or not, and if you aren't, start doing them. All right, I gotta go do my workout. One love. Peace.